Hey, I'm Jim Duffy, and welcome to your Mortgage Minute. Hey, everybody. I just wanted to share with you a concept that was really interesting. I came across an article called The Millionaire's Mortgage, and how can I not stop and read that? It's a very interesting concept. I'm glad I read it. It's by an author named Felix Salmon. And what he's doing is testing a theory, a well-known theory that financial planners always say you want to retire with at least $1 million net worth. The way to do that is invest in stocks over time, over 30 or 40 years, and you will accumulate that sort of net worth. He says, wait, maybe there's a better way to do that. And it's all based on housing and appreciation of housing, how homes appreciate over time. So he cites a Zillow study that says rural homes have appreciated fairly significantly from January 1996 through November of 2017. Suburban homes have appreciated more, specifically 112%, and urban homes, meaning like picture downtown Charleston, have appreciated even more, 195%. So he says, what if you buy the average urban home, and he says the average is $315,000. I'm going to go with that number just for argument's sake right now. So you buy a $315,000 home, you put 20% down, which is $63,000, and you finance the rest on a 15-year fixed rate at 4.5% interest. Again, all the numbers in the article, I'm just using the same ones. Then his assumption is that home then appreciates at 8% per year over the next 15 years. In 15 years' time, you would have a home that's completely paid for, that's worth $1 million. And you can see the chart, he's right, if it appreciates at 8%. However, that's not our historical average of appreciation over that same time period. Over in the Southeast, it's more like 3.98, almost 4% appreciation. So I plug those numbers in. And same thing, you would own the home free and clear in 15 years. But the home would be worth about $565,000, not $1 million. We're halfway there, but we're not there yet. So he goes further then, and this was where the article gets very interesting, and he compares and contrasts. He said, okay, person A bought the $315,000 home and paid it off over 15 years. Person B rented at a fairly low rent, say $1,200 a month, and invested the difference being $728 because the 15-year fixed rate payment is $1,928 per month. So the renter is paying $1,200 a month in rent. The added $728 goes into stocks to buy stocks month after month for 15 years at the same 8% return, and starting with the same $63,000 account that remains in stocks, remains invested. He says you wouldn't have $565,000, you wouldn't have $1 million, you would have accumulated $437,000 over that same period at 8% return. So either way you cut it, housing wins, right? Here's where he gets interesting. Then he goes on to say, and I'll quote here, that, so what's my point? Just when it comes to saving for retirement, it's silly to concentrate on mathematics alone rather than messy reality. And I like that. It reminds me of someone on the radio, Dave Ramsey. He speaks about that a lot. Money management is more about habits than it is about mathematics. And I completely agree with him. And we've all seen it in reality in our own lives as well. So this is the final chart I want to share with you. This is a comparison with starting off at $1,200 a month in rent. I am assuming that rents increase at 3% per year. You would have paid out $137,000 more in cash flow by owning the home, buying the home at $1,928 per month than you would renting, even with rents going up. However, well, that's the $728 a month essentially that would have gone into the investment. But here's something to think about. Let's say you do that. Oh, one more point. He also says about messy reality that reality is messy and life gets messy and life gets tough sometimes, and sometimes we have constraints on cash flow, right? Life happens. You know that. So he says it's much easier to not send that $728 this month to the nameless, faceless financial institution that's going to invest in a whole bunch of stocks for companies you probably don't even like than it is to not pay that mortgage payment. Why? Because if we don't pay the mortgage payment, the house over our head pretty quickly goes away and it's very painful. It's not painful at all to forego a month or two of investing. So it's all about habits, and I like his premise very much. I think it's a very entertaining article. I like the way he writes. It's all about habits, but picture this. At the end of 15 years, you own the home outright. It's worth between $500,000 and $1 million, $500,000 and $1 million, and you have had the habit of paying out $1,900 a month, and now you have no payment. I think it's much easier at that point to develop the habit of investing $1,900 a month into your stock account, whatever you invest into at that point. So, food for thought. And if you want to explore this, I'd love to chat with you about home ownership, helping you purchase a home. And let's at least look at a 15-year fixed rate. I think it's a great instrument for those who can do it and swing it, and it will help you build wealth. So here's to owning your house, here's to building wealth, and here's to retiring a millionaire. Let's all do that.